Hey, what is up, guys? Jay here from MJ Tech. Today coming with a motorcycle equipment. This is a carrier. I got it from Amazon via the Prime service, and this was actually delivered on a Sunday by Amazon. And I was quite surprised because typically when these weigh a lot, they use UPS or FedEx, but in this case it was Amazon, and this thing is quite heavy for what it is. And well, this thing can hold up to 600 pounds. As a matter of fact, the model is the MCC-600, and it's only about $280. And when you compare this to an actual trailer, and considering all the inconveniences that a trailer can cause, especially when you live in a townhouse community like this, well, this is practically the only option I have. You see, I love riding motorcycles. As a matter of fact, I just got this Z900, in which it was slightly wrecked. The guy dropped it from the right side, and so I got a good deal on it. I had to put a few parts like the clutch cover. I had to put some cowlings or fairings, whatever you guys call it, from the right side. I already fixed a whole bunch of things, like I added the mirrors, LED lights, I cleaned it, and the bike is excellent mechanically. But yeah, sometimes I like to go to places where I can do twisties and they are quite far, so I feel a little bit better going with or bringing my car to those areas. And so this will help me quite a bunch, guys. And yeah, so in this video, since there are already a couple of videos out there on how to assemble it, I will mainly give you guys my opinions loading a 900cc bike. And in reality, this is a 949cc bike, so it is quite heavy. And I've seen people carrying like 300s or 400s on carriers like this. And so I just want to give you guys a review on well, whether or not this can hold a bigger bike. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have questions like I do, but there's no content out there. So here, without further ado, let's break the tape and see what we get, guys, what we get inside. And again, the price is quite great. You know, knowing that you don't have to get a trailer, guys. Like I said, my garage here is quite small, and second, my association does not allow trailers to be parked in here, so a trailer is not an option, unfortunately. And I can also rent one, but that can also be an inconvenience, especially if you do that a couple times during the year. You can already have something like this. So anyways, it looks like it comes well wrapped, but if you look here, we can see that it has a whole bunch of detailed pictures, and I believe there's a site that you can go into and watch a whole bunch of videos on how to get this installed. Alright, guys, so it looks like we got everything here set up. All we need is a 6mm hex key, but I happen to have a socket for my impact drill and a 17mm wrench. All the screws are labeled by letters, so every time you had to insert a screw or bolt, then it'll be labeled, making it very easy to put together. So again, let's just continue here real quick, so that way we can jump into the review. I can't believe how easy it was to install this entire carrier. It took me about 35 minutes making some cuts here with my camera. So it should take anywhere between 20-25 minutes the max. We just have these two pieces in which they will end up going into the hitch. This is like an extra support so that things don't wobble around. And this is your pin. And yes, we are all set, guys. So we're going to wait until the daylight comes out, test it out, and see if it can hold that Z900. Alrighty then, guys, we got this thing fully mounted, as you can see, and it is daylight time, but the rain has been going on and off. As you can see, it's a little wet, so I've been trying to keep it off from the rain just to make things a little bit easier. So anyways, now what we will do is hook this up to the car. Then we're going to load up the 900 and just go around for a few miles and see if it's able to hold it up or not. This thing is quite heavy. I will have to guess this has to be at least 80 pounds at least. So let's remove the hitch pin. Let's put this to the side. And now, according to my experience, all we have to do is just lift it up like so and place it in here. Now we insert the pin with the clip. Now with a size 16 socket, we have to tighten up the screws for this bracket right here. You can see I got it close to the hitch of the car. Alright guys, so at this point I will need the help of my wife here because pushing it, I don't have enough momentum to get it through this thing. Basically the wheel connects to this goes like that, and as you can tell it has to jump a little, and yeah, you need some momentum for that. So she's gonna help me push it from the back and see if we can get it through in 3, 2, 1. There we go. Alrighty guys, so we got this thing strapped down, as you can tell, and it seems to be quite secured all the way around. I don't see where there's going to be any trouble. It does wobble a little bit, but that's from the ramp itself. I don't see any hazards as of right now. I tied this with 2 separate ties. As you can see, I have one here and one here. I start with these 2 just to balance it off, but the bike does hold itself a little bit with the wheel being all the way to the front. And these are 17-inch wheels. So for 17-inch, from the back is going to be the 3rd one, just so that you guys are aware. And yeah, like I said, let's go on for a ride and let's see how it behaves. Well, we have now done about 7 miles in total with this, and you guys saw here my X2 camera recording the whole thing. And the great news is that the bike is perfectly aligned as I left it. All the ties are nice and secured. I don't know if you guys can see that, but they are nice and secure still. And well, I do have a concern, and it has to do with braking. The bike does tend to shift a little bit from side to side, as you can tell. So my concern is, if I brake hard, will the handlebar hit the glass and crack it? Well, I gotta say that right now there's about a foot away. So just leave it in the comment section down below. I don't think it has happened yet, so I kind of sort of trust this. Again, this is not a lightweight bike. This is the Kawasaki Z900, and it is under 500 pounds, but it's still, guys, it's a very heavy bike. And my clearance here from the ground, it has to be at least a foot approximately. My suspension is screaming, as you can tell. It did lower the car quite a bunch, but besides that, guys, it seems like a nice little carrier. This is for casual use, of course. So let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to hit like on this video, guys. I took a lot of risk for it. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this, and I'll see you on my next one.